Hello everyone, welcome back to our session. Today we are going to learn about reported speech, direct and indirect. But first let us look at this sentence. Alok said, I am going to play in the garden. Did you notice? There is a comma after said and a mark like this which is called a quotation mark or inverted comma. Moreover, the phrase in quotation mark seems like we are listening to the original speaker. Now this is called direct speech. So let us define it. When we report the exact words of the speaker and write them within inverted commas, it is said to be direct speech. Now let us look at the same sentence in a different way. Alok said that he was going to the garden. Now what do you see? It looks like someone else is talking about Alok, but is stating the same purpose. This is what indirect speech is. Let's define. When you do not report the exact words of the speaker but convey the substance or the meaning of the original speaker. It does not have inverted commas but has some changes with the reference to time, place, personal pronouns and possessive adjectives. It also has connectors like that, if, whether, explained, reported, ordered, etc. according to situation of the sentence. There are certain rules to be followed for converting direct speech to indirect speech. So let's start. While converting direct speech into indirect speech, the tense of the verb must change accordingly. Direct speech, simple present tense, it changes to simple past in indirect speech. Direct speech, simple past is changed to past perfect in the case of indirect speech. Present continuous tense becomes past continuous if changed from direct to indirect speech. Present perfect in direct speech becomes past perfect in indirect speech. Can becomes could in indirect, shall becomes would, will becomes would, may becomes might with the change of direct and indirect speech. There is a major role of reporting verbs in reported speech. Let's try to understand that. When the reporting verb is in the simple present or simple future tense, the verb in reported speech does not change. For example, direct speech, Alok says, I am eating an apple. Here, reporting verb says is in simple present tense. So, indirect speech would be, Alok says that he is eating an apple. There is no change in the reporting verb. Next, Vidya will say, I am not well and cannot walk. Here, reporting verb will say is in future tense. So, the indirect speech would be Vidya will say that she isn't well and cannot walk. When the reported verb is in the past tense, the verb in the reported speech is changed into correspondence past tense. For example, the girl said, I am scared of cockroaches. Here, the reported verb said is in past tense. Hence, the indirect speech would be the girl said that she was scared of cockroaches. Now let's look at the table below to understand reporting verb and the verb change better. The left hand corner says the reported verb in the past tense is said or told, and the right side of the column shows indirect speech as follows. Is MR will change to was were. Was were will change to had been. Had been will change to had. Had will have no change at all, will remain had. Do will change to did. Did will change to had done. Had done will have no change at all. Will or shall will become would, and in some cases shall changes to should. Must will change to had to. Would, should, might, could, ought to will not change. Words indicating nearness of time and place are changed to words indicating distance of time and place. Direct speech this will become that in indirect speech. Direct speech these will become those in indirect speech. Here will become there, now will become then, today will become that day, tomorrow will become the next day or the following day, yesterday will become the day before or the previous day, ago will become before, tonight will become that day, 2 days ago will become 2 days before, and last month or last week will become previous month or previous week with the change from direct to indirect speech. Let's look at a few more examples. Alok said, I have an exam tomorrow, which is in direct speech. Alok said that he had an exam the next day, indirect speech. Vidya said to Ruby, the boys liked the drama yesterday, which is in direct speech. And if we have to change it in indirect, Vidya told Ruby, the boys had liked the drama the previous day. Note, difference between say and tell. We always say something, but we always tell somebody. Alok said that he was busy. Alok told Vidya that he was busy. Next rule, the pronouns are also changed in reported speech. Pronouns of the first person are changed as below. Example, he said, I am bored, which is in direct speech. When it is indirect, he said that he was bored. Vidya said, we are going to the party, which is direct speech. Let's now see in indirect speech. Vidya said that they were going to the party. Amar said, my friends gave me a gift. Now in indirect speech, Amar said that his friends gave him a gift. Pronouns of the second person are changed as below. Let's look at some examples. He said to her, you are beautiful, which is in direct speech. Now let's change it to indirect speech. He said to her that she was beautiful. You must write neatly, the teacher told to her pupils. That's direct speech. The teacher advised her pupils that they must write neatly. It's indirect. Pronoun of the third person do not change. Example, Alok said, they have gone out. Direct speech. Indirect speech, Alok informed me that they had gone out. Vidya said, these books are theirs. This direct speech. Well, let's see indirect speech. Vidya said that those books were theirs. Things to remember. There are 3 cases where we don't change the tense in reported speech even though the reporting verb is in past tense. Situation 1. The reported speech expresses a universal truth or a habitual fact. Example, the teacher said the earth revolves around the sun. Well, let's see indirect speech. The teacher said that earth revolves around the sun. Situation 2. Reported verb has 2 clauses both in the past. Example, direct speech. Vidya said to me, Alok was tired so he did not go to play. Indirect speech. Vidya told me that Alok was tired so he did not go to play. Situation 3. The reported speech describes a situation that still exists when the speech is reported. For example, Mr. Shyam said, all flights are delayed due to bad weather. Indirect speech. Mr. Shyam said that all flights are delayed due to bad weather. Next rule. When reporting a question, an order or a request, the connector that is not used. For example, Sarah said, may I come in? Which is in direct speech. Let's see indirect speech. Sarah asked if she could come in. Direct speech, pay attention, the teacher told to her students. Indirect speech, the teacher ordered her students to pay attention. Let's go for the next rule. In reported speech, the word or words or the sound used by the speaker to express an emotion is omitted. Example, direct speech, wow, what a handsome man he is, the girl said. Indirect speech, the girl explained what a handsome man he was. Next, direct speech, hello, my friend said to me, how are you? Indirect speech, my friend greeted me and asked me how I was. Let's now try to convert some direct speech into indirect speeches with some examples. Alok said, I love burgers. Direct speech. What will be the indirect speech? Alok said that he loved burgers. I'm going to the beach at the end of the month, said Vidya, which is indirect speech. Let's change it to indirect speech. Vidya said that she was going to the beach at the end of that month. I will call you later, he said to me. Let's change it. He said that he would call me later, which is indirect speech. Now you can try these. He said, water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. Grandma said, the pickles will be ready next week. She said, she likes ice cream. Hope now you find direct and indirect pretty easy. Thank you.